Hello everyone, welcome back to Vintage Survival. Um, it's been 2 months since the last episode came out as of the date of this recording. It'll be 2 months tomorrow, I believe. Which means it's been almost 3 months since I did any recording. I completely have forgotten what we were doing. I bounced around a little bit, just watching little clips from the last episode, so I know that we just plowed out this field to be bigger, and we have some crops growing and stuff, and that's the extent of my knowledge. um, and that really we should probably cultivate this and that. So I think that'll be my first job. We're gonna do that in the Ford. In the Ford. Oh, I haven't even thought to check contracts or anything. Oof, that's a lot of contracts, in all honesty. Can't afford to do that. No. We could put a tractor on that job, but that would be the Ford, which I was going to use. But I can use the Oliver. If we're going to do one, we might as well do both. So, fertilizing and fertilizing. Spreader should be just off to our right. Yes. But what is in it? That is the real question. I suspect lime based on how white that is, but I've been wrong before. And I was wrong. Okay. That works perfectly for us. And hopefully the audio levels are a bit better than they were that last episode. Since, well, I still don't know exactly how those got messed up. But here we are. Oops, I forgot to start the time. Nobody to remind me. Single player. That's fine. So, these fields are small enough, and this thing's wide enough. Why don't I just do these myself? Heck yeah. Wibble wobbling all over the place a little bit. The edge of that field is not as square as it looks. I'll tell you that much for free. That's okay. So if you're unaware of why it's been so long since there's been vintage survival content, I recommend that you go and watch my video about exactly that. Because I'm not wanting to get into it anymore in yet another video. There's been a handful of videos where I've at least mentioned it. are we going to make it? That is the question. Or am I going to have to go do one of those other little strips? Oh, that was close. It is good to be back, though. And of course, I shouldn't really be playing this right now. I should be doing something else. Oh, and I lie. It's not tomorrow. I'm all over the place. I'm off schedule. It would be Monday that it would be about 2 months. And this is only a Thursday. Now you're probably wondering, wait, how is he recording on a Thursday? He normally streams on Thursdays. Well, it's the middle of the day. I have today off. Tomorrow is July 3rd, which we get off as our comp day for the 4th of July holiday being on Saturday. And then I also took all next week off as well. So I took some vacation time, and I'm supposed to be using it to be either cleaning up the backyard so that it's not such a mess and we don't get in trouble with the city, or packing my unnecessary belongings, because we're putting everything into storage because of what's going on. Again, go watch the specific videos about that. I believe it's titled "Sometimes Life Sucks," which is the truth. And when life punches you in the face and knocks you down, you just got to pick yourself back up again and carry on, because it happens. And so here I am, picking it up and carrying on. Took a lot longer than I had hoped to get back to where I could at least do a little bit of recording. It's currently about 1:15 in the afternoon. I have the stream tonight at 6:30, the multiplayer stream with Richard. But between now and then, I don't have anything on the agenda that is a hard requirement. So I was thinking I might try to just, crank out 3-4 episodes, whatever I can fit in that time, worth of recordings. That way, as life continues to be chaos, I can keep the content going. I have had a little bit of content, mostly shorts, but a few videos, all revolving around the dogs and the real tractors. So if you have interest in those things, I do suggest you go and watch. Why are we stuck? Why are we stopping? What the heck happened? Oh, good grief, Giants. What did you break in yet another update? This tractor will not move. It was going fine. I have had, like many of you who play the game, issues with my wheels going through the map ever since the 1.19 update, and this is the 1.20 update. Okay, whatever that was weird. Whew. Alright, looks like we will finish this up pretty quickly here. That's all good news as far as I'm concerned. Yes. We also need to grab the international because we have some trees that we cut down that we need to take up to the sawmill and put in there, and I'm sure we have products from the sawmill to sell. All of which is important because I need to get us up to about 100 grand. A little over. Preferably a lot over, but you guys know how it is. Especially on a vintage series. I don't even know what we're going to plant into this field yet. It all depends on whether we can make the money in this episode or not to plant. Well, you'll see. You'll just have to see. Come on. Right on in here. Alright. Now we can grab our cultivar tar. And it hasn't been all bad in life. One of those real life tractor videos is me going for a little joyride on my farm wall on brand new tires. So yeah, I was pretty pleased with that. Okay, grief, and now I'm yawning. Oh, pardon me. No idea why I'm yawning. That's odd in the middle of the day. That's maybe a lie. I know why I'm yawning. Two little dogs waking me up 2 frickin' hours before my alarm so that they could go outside. And since all 5 of them are up here, because Lady Metal's at work, I don't dare say certain words right now. They are all sleeping at the moment too, and they are adorable looking. Oh yeah, there's another yawn. Oh, I apologize. Alright, well why don't I switch you guys over to a time lapse and just get on with this. guys will have seen what I did because we had to abort mission here thanks to the rain. That doesn't seem to want to go away. Supposedly at some point it will. For now, though, we're kind of stuck. We don't have anything. Well, we need to get paid for our contracts. And we don't have a mulcher. We don't have a harvester for green beans. Mm-hmm. We don't have any TMR. We could do liming on the field that we just did fertilizing on, but you know, guess. Or we could do the wood transport. I kind of think we just need to either do the wood transport to make the money or fast forward a little bit of time. I am, however, very doubtful that we will make the 100 grand in time to do what I wanted to do. And now I'm also mildly concerned because I planted cotton. I don't remember. Oh, that's soybeans. It's the other one. Hold on. I think it's cotton anyway. Let's walk over here and find out. Startle some wild piggies. I must have damage turned on. That's no bueno. Yeah, cotton. And it's about halfway through its growth. I don't know, guys. I just don't know. What was I thinking there? Is there some vintage cotton harvester I'm not remembering being available? Combines, root crops, vegetables, special crops, cotton harvesters. Just that thing. Just that thing. What was I thinking? Was I really going to just go to town with that? I mean, I must have been, right? Man, that's going to take a while. It isn't that big of a field, but that little cotton harvester is only like 2 rows wide. That might be something that we make a worker do. Oh, shoot. Alright, well, in the meantime, I guess I'm going to go in my house here and maybe just sit here on the porch. No, we don't want to do that. There we go. Just sit here on the porch and watch the rain. Yeah. Alright, I'll be back with you guys when the rain is gone. Much better. In addition to fast forwarding the time a bit to get us here, I also went outside for about half an hour with the dogs and let them play around in the yard while I sat on the back porch couch. It's a 3-season porch. It's enclosed with a roof if you've not seen any of my videos taken from out there. I sat out there on the back porch couch browsing Facebook Marketplace because I've been shopping for a new pickup truck. I have a friend who's potentially interested in buying a Ram from me for a fairly cheap price, significantly less than what I have into the truck. So, yeah. Anyway, that's, you know, where we're at. But, waiting on Lady Metal to get home before we have a real conversation about said pickup truck, but it's a potential. I'm hoping she'll agree to it. She was on board when I originally mentioned getting a different truck, one that's in better shape and whatnot. And my friend that's interested in buying the Ram wants it for a trail riding beater. We call it two-tracking. Some people call two-tracks dirt roads, but dirt roads are not the same as a two-track. A two-track literally has two tracks where your tires go with a grass strip in the middle. That's a two-track. A dirt road is a full-size road that's not paved. So, for all you people, especially in New Jersey and whatnot, New York, that call a two-track a dirt road, you're wrong. I'm sorry, but you're just wrong. Learn what a dirt road actually is. You know, just because you live in a concrete jungle, you don't have a concept that not all roads are paved. I'm being an ass. It's alright, though. I have a friend she currently lives in New Jersey, her and her husband, but she used to live in New York, not New York City, but in New York. With her ex-husband. Yeah. Anyway. I don't know exactly where she lived. Somewhere that she had horses, that's all I know. That was before we became friends. So yeah, anyway, to her a two-track is a dirt road, which I always just found funny. That's where the little tirade came from. Not that she watches my videos, so she'll never know that I was picking on her. Actually, I haven't talked to her in quite a while. I should check in. I'm not very good about that. But yeah, so my buddy that's looking at the truck, my truck potentially, wants it for, you know, just a beater to go out in the woods with his family, and ride around on the two tracks. And it's a perfect truck for that because it's got four-wheel drive. It's an automatic, so you don't have to constantly be manually shifting with wife and kids in the truck. It's not a huge deal, but it can be of benefit sometimes to not have to shift a lot when you got a family on board. Yeah, it's got good working four-wheel drive. You know, I'll even leave the toolbox in it for him. I was originally going to keep it, but the truck that I'm looking at now, the toolbox wouldn't work out very well. But we'll see. Fingers crossed. Lady Metal says, yeah, let's go get it. Go get it. Especially since it's a really good rust-free truck from the south. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. It is a Chevy with a 454 big block, which, when they're set up right, that is a really good engine. Not saying this one's set up right, but it is backed with the 4LE80 transmission, which is an automatic again. This truck is also a 4x4, so four-wheel drive. But yeah, that's a really good towing package. 4LE80 is one of the best automatic transmissions out there for towing, especially heavy towing, and that's why I want to upgrade the truck. Because the 318 in the Ram is down on power a bit, and the Ram itself, it's only a 1500, so it's only a half-ton pickup. And not a big deal right now. My 16-foot trailer is only a 7,000-pound trailer, which isn't the capacity, that's its gross weight max, counting the trailer weight itself. And I don't remember what the trailer weighs, but it's enough. Definitely enough. But if I ever go into getting a bigger tractor, like you know, one of the Olivers that I want, or one of the bigger 1960s era Internationals or anything like that, it will definitely be necessary to also get a new trailer, newer, heavier duty. And if you hear me taking a drink right there, that's the other thing I did. Since I was yawning so much, I grabbed a cup of tea, cup of sweet tea, sweet iced tea, to drink, give myself a little mid-afternoon pickup. Of course, spending so much time out with the dogs also means that I won't be recording as many episodes today, and if Lady Metal gets home soon enough and whatnot, we also wouldn't be continuing to record because we'll go look at that pickup truck. Yeah, fingers crossed. Because I definitely am interested. Of course, by the time you guys see this, you might have already seen the new truck. I don't know. Well, one can never know. Exactly how life will play out. That little tree's gonna have to go. Oh, dogs all just got up. Is Lady Metal home already? I thought she wasn't going to be home till later. So we might answer this pickup truck question before I can even finish recording the episode. I don't know. Sir Moose didn't jump up and take off. Just the other four did. And they're coming back now, so they must have heard something, but it wasn't Lady Metal. And look at that, I managed to talk all the way through this entire field. Not that it took very long. Not that, whoops. Well, now it's going to take a little bit longer since I missed. Turned a little too sharp there, didn't I? Fold this guy up. Come on, faster. There we go. drop that guy off, pull forward a little bit. And in all honesty, that might be the end of this episode, because there's pretty much nothing else to do. I bet you that wood contract, yep, wood transport's still hanging out. So is tree cutting. Well, let's just do this tree cut. No, because then I'm going to want to haul them up to the sawmill and all that stuff. And blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Take the damaged vehicle to the authorized workshop. Yeah, we can do that. Up by the sawmill again, huh? Okay. We have trailer will travel. Let's do this for some quick, easy money. Oh no. It's a tractor. And I think it's a big enough one that it's not going to fit in this trailer. We're going to have to do the 5-mile-an-hour drive again. And most definitely, I mean, look at the difference. Oh, shoot. Alright, helper, go. Okay, 4 mile an hour, sorry. That's a pretty serious limp mode. Well, I won't torture you guys with this. I'll just bring you back when we get close. Almost there. Almost there. This has been painful. We weren't even to the farmer's market / animal dealer / everything sale point when the international arrived back down here with the worker. Yeah. Yeah, and that's a pretty slow tractor. And I don't remember what the trick is for this. I did this once before, and I remember it taking me a while to figure it out then, too. Oh, shoot. I forgot that strip, didn't I? Well, I'm glad I saw that. Oh. That's right. I think you just hit the... I think you just hit the repair button, don't you? No. Down. There we go. You just had to drive in the right spot. Cool. And now, if I take my payment, it magically just disappears. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, we just got a contract refresh. Straw delivery. Oh, we already got rid of all of our straw. Tar and damnation. Okay. Well, I have just enough time, I guess, to fix my foobar there, because we are coming up on the eventide here. That took a long time to drive that thing down, didn't it? Oh, what is this going to be? About 3 strips, it looks like. Yeah. 3, maybe 3 and a little bit here at the top end. You probably heard my phone going off, sounding like a train whistle in the background. That was my buddy, interested in the truck, texting me, because I had texted him earlier asking him if he was still interested. He's like, yeah, I just don't have the money right now. I'm like, well, we can work that out. Because this is the same buddy that I'm renting the storage space from, so there we go. There we go. I do think, though, that I will run over to the bank before they close. I think that's probably a grand idea. That way, if we do go look at that new truck and can get it, I have the money, because it'll probably be this evening with the banks closed. And you can't get that kind of money out of an ATM. Unfortunately. Yep. He said that does make the math easy. So I would be giving him a pickup truck and a couple $100, I believe. Something like that. I don't know. We'd figure it out. Alrighty. On that note, though, I am going to end this episode here. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and as always, I will see you on the next one.